Uh, Look what's happening in general now. It used to be what it was called Pax Americana, which in Latin would mean, which was, it was the American version of Pax Romana, the Roman peace, which meant that the American Empire was emulating the Roman Empire as far as securing trade from one corner to another corner of the globe, of the world. Uh, right now, that is no longer the case. China has surpassed the entire West, including the United States of America. We are inferior to China as far as manufacturing. China has officially initiated a supply chain war, and the official date would be 2021 is the speech from Xi Jinping at the CCP Congress, or the real date would be 2015 when Xi Jinping declared the Made in China 2025 strategy, but the actual date would be 2012 or even earlier, 2008, when Putin invaded part of Georgia to test the West. And that was done in cooperation with China as well, make no mistake about it. And so during the great financial crisis, the GFC, the infamous GFC, Putin invaded part of the state of Georgia. The West did nothing. And from that point forward, Putin and China, they saw that the West was no longer willing to use force. And they were both proven correct. So they coordinated and they started this supply chain war, which is presented as China doing a stealth embargo of components and rare earths, which gradually have decimated Western supply chains. That became self-evident, accepted widely in 2024, whereas I noticed it in 2014, 10 years earlier, and I have a pin tweet for that. So from 2014 to 2024, I was called dumb and stupid. And from 2024 up until now, I am being called some brilliant guy, some guy who saw what's coming. And the only one that I see that saw what's coming before me is Michael Everett. He saw that. I guess he had a different position. He saw that coming. But I saw it in 2014. Michael Everett saw it even earlier than that. And he wrote about it, but again, I hadn't discovered that before. I noticed it only I guess this year that Michael Everett was actually way before me. But that's beside the point. So we have switched. The Pentagon, the Senate has switched from Pax Americana to what I call now Discordia Americana, which would be Discordia would be the opposite of Pax in Latin, which would mean discord or wars. And I did that on Grok. So Grok gave me the opposite of that. So we have officially switched from Pax Americana to Discordia Americana, which means that by being inferior, the US-led West is now responding to the supply chain war from China by trying to harm China And the only way left right now to harm Chinese supply chains and China, to harm China from running away with prosperity, is by causing wars. So we have the Ukraine war, we have the Levantine wars, we have the Pakistan-India wars in plural coming. And we are going to have more wars in Latin America as the Pentagon clashes with the Chinese-backed cartels, Chinese or Russian-backed drug cartels. What stops this, or what slows down this Discordia Americana, is the civil war in Washington, D.C. between the nationalists, headed by Bannon and Trump, versus what I call the F-35ers, which is this program of merging of all the allies, the industry, the industrial base of all the allies under the F-35 program, which de facto makes a supply chain merger. So we are now under Discordia Americana. Pax Americana is out, Discordia Americana is in. More wars are coming because the Pentagon and the Senate will cause more wars. And regardless of how much Trump and Bannon will try to stop that from happening, by cooperating with Xi Jinping and putting to stop these wars, it's not going to stop, because the presidency does not have such power. It will slow them down, but not stop them. So Pax Americana out, Discordia Americana is in. More wars coming because Washington, D.C., leading the West, does not have any other way to catch up with the prospering China. You have a good day. And again, everything is bad, everything will get worse, no light at the end of the tunnel, have no hope, the worst is yet to come. Have a good day.